So I had a plan. Plan changed. It was 60 degrees 2 days ago. Went fishing. Saw my lure do something that was interesting. Had another idea. Tried it. Fail. So here we are. Let's make some manders. If you don't know what a mander is, it is an EPIC Baits 6-inch salamander with 3 ports on top. The reason for that is because you shoot the tail ball, you shoot the legs, and then you shoot the body. So this is what it looks like on the inside. You see right there, or the tail ball, right? Then you can shoot the legs separately, and then you shoot the whole body after you put the tail in right there, and you put the legs in right there. As an aside, if you want your mander to be all one color, that is an option, but you don't want to shoot this guy all one color just from straight down to the body. It's actually noted on the website that that will create a divot in the tail. I had to try it just to see how bad the divot was, and it does. It pits right there in the tail. So no matter what, you are shooting the ball all by itself. You can shoot the legs and the body as one, as long as the tail's there, and have no problems whatsoever. So many options when it comes to colors and variations. I've got 3 different colors in mind in one bait. I'm going to do the tail ball in one color. We'll do the legs off and on, and then the body, and then we're going to mix and match. You can also laminate this guy, which we will do. So, let me get the plastics all ready. Let's make some manders. First, awkward. First color, red. This is actually the red side of my lava crawl. Lots of red in it. Got some copper, got some black. I think it's going to make an absolutely fantastic tail. Doesn't take much. Plunger hardly goes down at all. So that's 2. I've got 2 molds here, as you saw. We're going to make 6 of these guys today. So off camera, I'm going to shoot this duo 2 more times, so we're all set. The tail balls are complete. Got 6. Now on to the legs and the body. So as I mentioned, red tail. Inside of this thing, we got black and copper, and I want to play off of that for the body and for the legs. So we're going to first go to the black. I've got just regular old MF black. I'm going to go 20 drops in a cup of Bait Plastics 242. To that I want to add some copper. So this is 0.15 copper to grab the copper flake in the tail. 1/4 teaspoon, which is pretty heavy for 1 cup of that small size 15, but I want it to be obvious. Put that in the mic and get started on the other one. So sticking with the copper theme, but mixing it up a little. I'm going to go to one of my favorites. I've done it on the channel before, Cutthroat Trout. It's got this copper overtone to it, almost looks like a core shot at times. But it's like a light watermelon that can almost look brown too. I don't know. I think it's pretty sweet. Let's go with 20 drops of this too. We may actually need 25 or even 30. That black was pretty thick, and I want this to stand up when we laminate these two. Yeah, let's go 30. There we go. That's the base color. Isn't that cool? Alright, to that, flake large black, 0.062, 1/4 teaspoon. And as usual, whenever I use that large black stuff, I like to go to the other end of the spectrum, almost, not to the really, really small stuff, but to the size 15 and go half that. So 1/8 teaspoon with size 15 black. And then to really pull in that red, we're going to add some red flake too. This is small 1/5 as well. Actually going to go with a 1/2 of an 1/8. Just want a highlight to grab that tail color. So that looks good. Wow. Need to heat this up and then we'll shoot. Alright, Plastisol is hot on both sides. Not in laminate yet, we're just shooting the legs. So got 2 4-ounce injectors here, one for each color, and then we'll take the legs out and finish these first round up. Much like the tail ball, you can barely feel that plunger. There we go. We'll let those legs chill out, and then what we're going to do, we'll install the tail ball, and then I'm going to alternate them. So where we had the cutthroat, those will be the legs. We're going to do the black copper body, and then vice versa. Where there's a black copper body, legs, we'll do the cutthroat body. I'll give you a look at the legs. There's our black and copper, and then here's the other. Oh yeah, these look cool. Alright, it's time to get the legs and the tail ball in, but you're going to need some worm oil, not so much for the tail ball, but for the legs for sure. It's going to make life a lot easier. Put just a tiny little dab on your finger, rub it on where the legs go, and then they'll slide into place a lot easier. So you can see I got the top of both. There's the eyes there, just so I can keep it straight. Put that tail in. I like to take the sprue side, put it in there. Gives it a little something extra to hold on to as that Plastisol comes down and melts to it. A little worm oil, as I mentioned. Don't need much. You can overdo this. Just a shade. Alright, so for this one, closest to me here, we're going to lay in the legs that are the cutthroat. So the body on this one will be the black with silver, with copper flake. There we go. And then for the top one, we'll do the opposite. Alright, we are ready to go. Let's close them up. Make sure that they close properly. Alright, yep, everything looks good. No gaps. This one gets black. Got to remember that. This one gets the black. Alright, these are ready to go. Had to heat them both up again. A little hotter than normal. They're north of 350, which is pretty hot for me. I don't usually shoot that hot, but in this case it actually helps because it's going to help melt those appendages and that tail ball to the body. So it's a good thing. First, black. Hold some extra pressure just to make sure that they adhere. Not too crazy, we don't want it to flash. Now the cutthroat. Just hoping these look as cool as they looked in my head. We're cooled off, time to demold. First one, the black body. Hope I didn't flash this one. Got a little beef caked on it or some stupid thing. Oh, nope. It looks just fine. Oh, that's cool. And here's the tail. How about that guy? I think she turned out pretty nice. Oh yeah. Less of a distinction, obviously, between the body and the legs on this one. We could actually go darker black because it's so thin. But look at that tail. Picking up the red flake. Oh man. There she is. Looking good. Love it. This color for the whole thing with that red tail. Oh, that would be good. Well, those worked out, and you can laminate this guy, which we're going to do next. You can actually triple this guy if you've got a triple injector. It will work. I've seen it. So I'm going to load these guys back up. I had already shot 2 more sets of legs, one in each of these colors. So I'll load those up. I'll put the tail balls in, and we'll shoot this thing one more time as a laminate, see what it looks like. So as we get ready for this shot, mold orientation is going to be critical because I want the legs to be the same color as the bottom of the body. I want the top of the body with the head to be the offset color. There we go. The eyes are in the black. And the underside matches the legs. Alright. That looks pretty good. Kind of gives you the best of both worlds. Here's the ball. There you go. The other. There you go. There's the bottom. No eyes. And then, oh, this one's interesting. So a success, but those colors are pretty close to one another. Some colors that have more contrast would really show it off more. Like that. See the contrast? I'm sure that some of you are wondering, well, what does it look like when you just shoot the whole thing, right? Minus the tail ball. Again, you shoot the tail ball, you shoot the whole thing without a ball in the tail, it will be screwed up. So I've got 2 more red tail balls. I'm going to put those in. And then we are going to shoot both of these one last time, just straight through without putting legs in, so you can see how the legs fill in as well. It's time to demold. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like that Cutthroat Trout a little bit better. So we're going to open up the black one first. Oh yeah. You can see the legs filled in, no problem at all. Pretty cool. And now for the cutthroat. This almost has a watermelon red kind of thing going on with that shot of copper. See that copper sheen on the inside? I think that's maybe why I like it so much, because watermelon red, I mean, who doesn't love that? Got the big flakes contrasted with the small flakes. Yeah. Awesome. So the only thing left to do is give you guys some close-up shots and then head over to the test tank and show you guys what these look like in the water. But along those lines, let's talk fishing application. So I'm going to show them to you on a shaky head just because I have a small little tank, 15 gallon. That's about all the room I have in there to do it with. But Texas rig, Carolina rig, swing head. So lots you can do with it. But we're going to check it out on a shaky head after these close-up shots. So this wasn't plan A. Wasn't even plan B. But I gotta say, it turned out to be a pretty decent plan C. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I totally enjoyed making it and plan to take this color to the next level in many ways. If you did happen to like today's video and you'd like to see some more just like it, then click on this video right here. If you're curious about the name SDG, then click on this video right here. Otherwise, until the next time, I'll see you guys at the Vice.